Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your girl, Alchemy's Mom, and this is Alchemy's Mom. Alchemy's Mom, Terrell. Hope y'all can hear me. I need to listen to these videos. And I'm like, check, mic check one. I bought these lapel, whatever. How about I just show you one in the box? These things, I forget what it's called. And a name not on it. So much. Oh, Harley. Anyway, Holly Land. I don't know. I think we're good. Y'all will let me know if it wasn't. Like if you can't hear me, right? Anyway. But thanks so much for tuning in. Welcome. If this is your first time here, please hit that like and subscribe button. Help me hurry and get to 1,000 subscribers. The decks that I'm using, I think, is in my bio. And this reading is timeless. It's for whenever you see it and all that other good stuff, right? If it resonates, let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, I think that's about it. There's always more stuff that I never say, and then I'm like, oh, I should have said that. Anyway, we're going to tap into the current energies. And I was waiting for my energy, my actual energy to kick in. Death in reverse. They don't want to never end. Anyway, I was waiting for my energy to kick in, but, I might get back in the bed after this. It's a lazy, rainy Sunday afternoon, and if I ain't got to force it, I'm not going to force it. So, maybe that's how you're feeling, but if you want to hear a message in the meantime, here you go. And whatever comes out is what, it just is what it is. I ain't even got it in me to be trying to, force a story. Not force, but whatever. 2 minutes. I think my intros is like 2 minutes. So fast forward past 2 minutes, right? I'm just saying. Star card in reverse. Feeling hopeless and despondent. Want to work with you. Want to communicate. And it's like hurry up and come in, and like I don't know if it's like before you get away or before you give up or before you, I don't know, something about seeing what's on your mind. What are you thinking? What are you doing? Yeah, because it's like there's something about not being able to connect with you. Not, and I don't know if it was before y'all was like Facebook, coon, when you see them, they see you. When they see you, they see them, or whatever. Like y'all, I don't know if this is a friend situation or just somewhere y'all don't keep in touch like y'all used to. What's on the 8 of Wands? The Knight of Swords. Like I said, I want to hurry up and like give you a piece of their mind. I don't know if it's like this is partly why you're like, is it excommunication? Not excommunication, but it feels like holding back. It feels like you've removed your energy from the room, like, and they can tell you're probably still present, probably still there, but not tuned in, tapped in, and turned on like you used to. Probably, you know how people be like, you just remove yourself, like remove your energy, like to the point where you don't care no more. You used to probably care, but you don't care anymore. Or you don't care that much. With the star reverse, with the Hierophant, the star and the High Priestess in reverse. It's like you took your love, you took your healing, you took your I don't know, was it a soul connection? What is it? Was it a like y'all used to be synced? But you're not synced anymore. And it's crazy with the star and the moon in reverse, with the High Priestess in reverse. It's real like when you removed the I'm just getting like a real, like it was a real healing therapeutic connection. It could have been a person that you would call and talk to, would probably be on the phone all day, or probably just a person you'd be like, hey, what you doing? I'm coming over, and you just be chilling. I don't know, I'm just really getting one of those more friendship vibe, more even if it was family, it was just somebody that you was really close to. Like, you're not close with all your family. And even if it was a friend or a relationship partner, it was more of a person that y'all spend a lot of time together. With the moon in reverse on the Three of Pentacles, it's really one of those things where it's like, dag, you really cut me off, but dag, you really MIA with it. You really like it's real. You really trying to with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. No, like real. Now we got the King of Swords in here with the Seven of Cups, and it's like, but where do you begin? What do you? Even if I did come and tell you what's going on or how I'm feeling, where do I begin? And I don't know where to begin because I really don't even know what I want out of the situation. And I don't know if it's just like knowing that you're not going to do right, but maybe just feeling butthurt because things aren't the same. That's what is really given. Like somebody feeling butthurt because things aren't the same. Like you're not allowing. I don't know. I just heard the abuse. Excuse me. I don't know if that's a bad word on YouTube, but I heard somebody else spelling the word. So the ABUSE, and maybe not even always physical. It could be physical with this Eight of Wands, with this Knight of Swords. It could be. But with the cups and the sword on the King of Swords, Knight of Swords, it could have been just more mental. High Priestess, Moon card, Star card, all these cards like Six of Pentacles in reverse could have been like withdrawal. Like at one point you were the chaser, trying to inquire what's going on. Like they just not answering you, they're not responding, they're not giving you, the attention or, just the time. Sometimes like, hey, like what's going on? And be it feeling neglected or feeling removed, feeling despondent, feeling, disconnected. And now it's like the shoe on the other foot and people not necessarily knowing how to deal or how to respond to that. Because for some reason maybe they didn't expect you to change. Maybe they didn't expect you to remove your take your love away, baby. That's the I just heard Avant. Don't take your love away. Okay, yeah. I think that's the name of the song. I need you, girl. Okay. Please don't take your love away from me, my baby. Okay. Now I'm about to have to play the song. But yeah, something about not knowing where to start, right? Because you'll have somebody that is like, I don't know if you were just supposed to always be in the back pocket or you were always supposed to be an option, right? They thought that you were always going to be available. Like if they wanted to call, you was going to pick up. If they wanted to, and it just is what it is. I don't know if it's just times has changed and people grow up and people mature, whatever. And maybe you just got tired of the abuse. Excuse me, I keep saying abuse. ABUSE. But the reason I'm saying abuse because I don't really mean abuse like, right? I'm referring to abuse like maybe not providing or not being reciprocal or not investing or not showing that they care or, that you were important to them as they were to you or whatever. And when you actually withdraw and you could feel the disconnect. Maybe the same person that possibly tried to have you up in your head, now they're in their head. Not only in their head, they're in their feelings. With the Seven of Cups. Trying to figure it out. But it's like you got to be more strategic about it. Right? Give me something on the Seven of Cups with the Ace of Wands. Got to be more strategic about it and not really feeling as if they can be as strategic as they would like to because they're not feeling like they're going to be able to get in the way they used to. And you could have really turned it off. And they're hoping and praying, wishing for a breakthrough, but they're not seeing it. They're not seeing it. They're not feeling it. It's not, it's like you're not giving them no play. You're not picking up what they putting down. You're not responding to it. You're not answering the call. You're not running, or you're not coming. You're not going. You're not feeding into it. That's what I'm really getting. It's like whatever was in those 7 of Cups, it's like none of that is appealing to you. None of it is appealing to you. And they don't want you to be as despondent as you are. They don't want you to be as reserved or not interested. And they're not exactly sure how to get you back. It's something about not really wanting to be on your time, but still wanting to somehow be relevant. Let's just say you want a dog, and they ain't got no dogs. They don't know how to get no dog. They ain't got no connection to no dog. They just clueless on the dog, whatever. But they still trying to be somewhere in there. So they gotta figure out how else they can get in it. How else they can somehow stay in your energy. And you didn't cut you auto. Not only did you cut off the healing vibes, you didn't cut off the mental stuff too. I don't want to say the mental, but the connection, the entanglement stuff. You could even cut off like the advice, the friendship, the going back and forth, the banter, just the regular stuff. Hey, what you doing? Oh, nothing. What you doing? Oh, nothing. Hey, woo. And I just keep getting, maybe times it's changed. Maybe just, I'm not really feeling like people growing. Maybe it's time for people to grow up. Maybe it's time for people to elevate, or time for people that's like, I don't see the card that I'm getting on the, give me 3 more moving forward. Sheesh, with the Hierophant in reverse, the Page of Swords in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's like it's time to change. It's something about being non-committal. It's something about being not invested. It's like drifting. Real out drifting and not being mature enough to deal. We got both the Page of Swords to the Knight of Swords to the King of Swords in here. It's something about you're grown, but you still showing up in these real immature, erratic, unstable, undirected, not being a man or a woman of your word kind of ways, right? Wanting some type of placement, but not wanting to do the things that having a secure placement requires. Especially with the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, right? And it's not like, hey, you're trying to change anybody. I'm like, hey, do this and do what I'm saying. It's just like you're just not on the same page. Because we have the Hierophant and the High Priestess in reverse. Just technically 2 different people, it's like people growing apart. Not only are people growing apart, it's really just people not wanting the same things at this point. Not wanting the same things, not being on the same page, just not being different interests, different livelihoods, different, you know what I'm saying? I would even, well, I'm not going to say that. Well, it could be, but with the Moon to the King of Swords, or the 3 of Pentacles, but the Moon to the King of Swords for sure, it could have been feeling like some type of deception involved, some type of mind game, some type of, just people moving real funny, like, with the devil. I felt it. I was feeling it, like just moving real, like, what is this? What is this? And a lot of things I've been picking up lately, and it just is what it is. I mean, this whole game, this whole world, this whole matrix, this whole existence, this whole, whatever you want to call this, whatever we're in, it's like, it's so many games. It's all mental. It's all mental. So, whatever you want to call it, right? But it's all games. And let's just say nobody really knows what people on until you see how they moving. Like you become an observer of people, or you become, or you are, right? But you learn how to actually observe people. You're observing, but you start. I think with experience, you start picking up certain cues, right? Or just learning, living and learning, you start seeing certain things and you start connecting the dots, or you're seeing correlations to certain things, and sometimes you in tune and you're giving messages or downloads or insights or whatever, right? But there are people who from the beginning be on game time. And I don't know, maybe it's just everybody is like on a mission to get to wherever they going, or however best they. It's just that everybody playing. Everybody got different rules. Everybody got different vehicles, different morals, different. It's just all type of stuff. So some of the stuff that you could be on is just not what they're on. Not to say right or wrong. I know what the devil could have been a Capricorn. Could be dealing with people that's real. Um, I don't want to say my way or the highway, but just like real gung ho about whatever they on, and it's like it's what they say, all's fair in love and war. It's no, it's like it's the goal, and that's it. How you get there, who cares, or what comes about by getting. Nobody cares. The end result is the only thing that matters, right? Anyway, you could be this person that's just like, oh no, I'm not. You could be all. Anyway, now then, let me just stop. Let me stop it because I didn't want to go down that path. But what I'm just saying is there were probably games being played from the beginning. You just didn't know, you weren't aware. So by the time you became aware of it and aware of what was really going on, aware, being aware of what time this person was on, you know, no mas, no thank you, I'm good. Digress, sayonara, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, no. No. No, you can't. I don't even. Okay, let me just go. Let me go ahead along with it because you really about to purge, do all the things that you do, you know, as a regular person out here in these streets that realize that you know there's all type of stuff going on behind the scenes. Um, get up on your spiritual hygiene. That's everything from what you eat into what you physically do in terms of exercise and all this other stuff, cleansing and things of that nature. But it's certain things when you understand about cutting cords and not just cutting cords, but energetics and shifting timelines with the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse. It's all type of stuff that knowing, it's something about knowing what you know now. And not saying, hey, if I had known better, yeah, okay, we all knew better, we would have done better, right? But knowing what you know now and moving forward and really being able to say, not my circus, not my monkeys. And just really have people in this whole, on both sides, have people in this whole how best to move forward. Because the truth is, people don't be wanting to let go. And that just is what it is. And I keep saying it, not from a personal perspective, but from an energetics perspective. Like, habits and stuff like that, the way people live, lifestyles, it can be real sticky. Real sticky. It's like when you're trying to change things, or when you're attempting to change things, or when you are changing things. Things can be real sticky by way of, I don't know if it's just resonance or the nature of physics, um, limerence and things linger and whatever, neither here nor there. But you are moving on, you are cutting course, you are just you're doing what you're supposed to do. It's just that you was a good one. And people recognize that they just don't know how to go about getting on what you're on, because they're not on what you're on. People not on the same things. Ace of Cups, there is love. They would love to go with you. They would love to, like, it's something about turn over a new leaf. I don't know. I'm getting, it's not an apology, but it's I wish I would have treated you better kind of energy. I wish I didn't do some of the stupid stuff that I was doing. It was just like, hey, like, this is, you can't really get mad at a dog for being a dog. Okay, I don't want to say it like that, but this is how people are, and it's something about just being able to understand, like, not taking it personal. Yeah, it's personal. It's personal. It's all the way live personal, but this is their position when they're like, this is just how I am. This is who I am, and ooh, okay, got you, noted, right? But what makes you think if that? I'm not trying to change you. I'm not saying change. I'm not, and I'm over here with the cats or whatever we are. Anyway, cats, dogs. I don't know why I'm even using that analogy. It comes down, I think, at some point to just acceptance, and I don't know if it's loving people from a distance, or on one side you be like, oh, we can make it work. It's like, I'm a day person, you're a night person, but we can make it work. Opposites attract. And then on the other side of the fence, you're like, yeah, no thanks. I would much rather be with a day person. Oh, well, vice versa. What a night person. I would much rather be with somebody where I'm equally yoked. So anyway, with the Ace of Cups, with the Page of Wands, it's like seeing the I was saying, seeing the silver lining before. What was it? The Ace of, was it this deck? Or was it this reading? I don't know. Did I just get mixed up with the last reading? We're talking about seeing the silver lining. Maybe not. Maybe it's the last reading. But anyway, with the Ace of Cups to the Page of Wands, it's something about, like, really, like, trying to just, I'm making it work, but it's like seeing it from my side of things. Like, look, I love you. I may feel, I'm trying to be quiet because my daughter right there, and I know you're listening anyway, but it's something about having some type of mutual understanding of somebody. This is, okay, let me just say what I'm getting, and I'm gonna leave it alone, because everybody's different. Whatever you choose to do, people going people all day long. There are people who, into each his own, no judgment. There are people who go through the ringer and will allow somebody back, will take somebody back. There are people who do the most, but they'll forgive and release and forget, and then come together, and it's like, hey, let's just work this out. It's something about, maybe if there's enough love, or if there's enough attraction, or if there's enough connection, or there's enough something, I don't know, whatever. And then sometimes I think people just delusional, right? I wouldn't say delusional, but you miss what you had when it's gone, type thing. So you'll have people in a situation where it's like, okay, now that you're gone, or now that you've disconnected, they're really feeling the absence, right? And they're mistaking it for love. And it might be love. I'm not saying, but it's really because of the absence. You know, it's not like this person is willing to change or willing to alter or willing to do things differently. What they are saying is they wish they would have done things differently. They wish things could have been different between you. But as far as the death card and the Nine of Cups in reverse, with the death card, I saw the death card earlier in the reverse. But yeah, well, I'm over here talking about change, and not willing to change, but we had the death card, so it's almost I'm not going to sit up here and be like I was not feeling the change. Up until now, I was not seeing the change or the willingness to change. But here's the death card. And I'm going to just say it because with the Nine of Cups in reverse, it's like, it's so... Let me okay, I'm going to say this. It's changing for oneself. Don't change for me. Don't change for something that you think you had, or think that you're going to get back, or think you're changing because, you want somebody in your life. No, you're going to have to change for yourself. You're going to have to change for yourself and for the sake of, you just wanting your life to be better or wanting things to change in your life. Not for someone. I mean, it may be hoping to change for someone to come back. Maybe that's the incentive. Maybe that's your motivating factor. But I think sometimes people just show up maybe as we are getting older, maybe your love or their love for you or whatever could be the catalyst, and that's not a bad thing. Unfortunately, you don't always get back. Like, it's not, that don't mean you're going to get second chances. That don't mean that, we're giving something on the outcome. Let's shift to the outcome. You got the Hermit in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the Seven of Swords in the upright. What's on the bottom? What's on the bottom? Goodness grief. And say the outcome. I'm really feeling it's like because of all of this, because of all that has transpired, it's like people can really whole time just be like, this your karma. With the Ten of Cups. And it's, what came to my mind? Two things just came up. Two things. When I just said that, something else just came to my mind. Anyway, I'm going to put this right here. With this Ace of Wands in reverse, with the Seven of Swords in reverse. And I know that this is exactly where that's going because the Ace of Swords. Anyway, digress, right? This is if I can't have it type energy. And we already know where that's going, right? Digress, cancel, right? But I was getting the channeling of could have been records. Could have been records. We could have been, and this is probably what you're saying to them. Well, we could have been. We could have been. But remember over here, you didn't know what you wanted to do for real. Remember over here, we was like really not on the same page. Remember, we was really just out here like going different ways, living different lives. Like, and I don't know whether you're really sitting up here like, this is what it's come to, or this is what it is. Like, it's unfortunate because like people really be like, oh, I didn't think this was going to happen, or oh, I didn't see it happening this way. I really thought that. Oh well, you win some and you lose some. No, but seriously, I've been on the other side where you feel bad and you over here begging and pleading and oh please with the Queen of Wands with the Ace of Cups. Where you begging and pleading like take me back and oh I'm sorry and all this other stuff. Been there. Give me something on the Seven of Swords with the Queen of Cups. No mercy. No mercy. I'm saying no mercy. But it's something about not allowing this back and forth for a few reasons. It's just, one, is not mature. We already identified that. Not mature. It's not healthy. You really, you don't know what to expect. It's not stable. Okay. You can call it love all you want to call it, but sometimes it's just infatuation. With this Ace of Cups, when this Queen of Wands, it can really be they're attracted to your light. Okay. And it's not just, I don't say it's not just, okay, I don't want to say that. Anyway, leave that alone. Leave me something on the Seven. Why the Seven of Swords? Why the Seven of Swords? The Tower. I mean, it's so funny. I'm like, why the Seven of Swords? Why the Seven of Swords? Because, because it's a disaster waiting to happen. Why the Ace of Swords? Why the Ace of Swords? Because you already know. You already know it's something about not having to see. Text message. Not having to see more. If you done been through, I don't know how old we talking, but we're mature. We're 40 and over, I'm pretty sure. Because, I don't know, a little bit of life will show you some things, especially if you done lived a little bit. You see repetitions. You see patterns. You see, I don't know, I had this thing where I'm like, you had like 3 different instances of if you've had some relationships or you done had some dealings. Like, people tend to do the same things, right? You remove yourself from one situation, then people start doing certain things. In the next situation, you remove yourself from that. The people do the same things. It's like patterns in behaviors, right? You always say something, it's not going, you're not flying, you're not going back. No, thank you, I'm good. It's something about trust and just not feeling it and moving forward. It's like, you can't get that back once it's lost. And then all of a sudden you have this hyperactive, don't leave, don't go, you don't have to, I want you to stay, blah, 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 blah. And it's like you see through that though. And I don't know if you're the type of person who's ever stayed. I don't know. I'm to each his own and no judgment. I don't know if you're the type of person who's ever gone back, but how did that work out for you? Because I know there's some people who I've seen some, and I was like, "Woo, more power to you." I don't know their personal business, and I don't even follow the story that much. But Rashida and Kirk, and who's out of that, right? But you don't have to know. But she's taking him back after he's cheated how many other times? Like, oops, all right, teach his own. And but do they change? Do they stop? How is that for you? Like, I mean, everybody's different. More power to you if that's what you do and that's how you want to live. But on this side of the river, it's the desire to change. But the willingness or the ability, the flesh, is weak, and it just seems like, yeah, you can have all the desire in the world, to have this happy, outcome and this, this harmonious life, and the 10 of cups, the dog, the picket fence, the 2, I don't know how many cats, kids, whatever, family, everybody just was on. But it's not, wishful thinking is just that. I don't know. Maybe that's all I'm saying. Because with this Tower, with this Queen of Cups and this 7 of Swords, it's real life. Like, somebody can do so much damage in the whole. It was like just to get back in, just to interrupt that for you. It's like to say this is what they want in hopes of getting back in, when in all actuality, they're not capable of this. So what they end up doing is sabotaging this for you. And I hope that makes sense. And people are like, oh, you can't, sabotage anything or change anybody's time. Oh, yes, people can. Get around some energy that's not conducive to the mission and tell me how that works out for you. Partner up with some people who have sabotory tendencies and tell me how that works out for you. And that's the same reason why you got to get around people who want what you want and who have what you want and who live the type of lifestyle that you want to live. Because in the same hand, you can get around people who don't, who live contrary, and then you wonder why your stuff, why you over here still in the wheel of fortune in reverse. Why you keep going through certain cycles when you're like, dang, you're dealing with different people, but the same situations. Because you really, it's energetics. It's energetics, it's spiritual, it's all the things that people want to say it's not. People even be like, it's genetics. Yeah, it gets as deep as your DNA. So when you cut things off, as you're doing, and you're doing it, and it's being done, and they recognize that, and they sense it, and they feel it, and of course, they're still going to want to cling or, hold on. You gotta literally probably even stop doing these readings, stop listening to the readings, just or whatever it takes, and don't pay me no mind. But seriously, I think it's more about what you begin to do. Like I was talking about earlier, cleansing, detoxing, exercising, just reinventing your whole life. Getting really clear on what it is that you do want, where you're going, what this Ten of Cups looks like for you, and really, aligning with that as far as all the things, your whole being, your whole identity, aligning with this. Because if you continue to align with people who don't know what they want, who are, or at least seem like say one thing and do another, and it's something about the emotions. It's something about the just being all emotional, It got, I don't know, at some point you gotta be, I don't care how you feel. I need to show me the money. It's not just the money, but show me that you have the ability in, you say you want this, let's prove it. Let me see your accounts. Let me see your portfolio. Let me see your, what your daily life looking like. It's all the things that come with this. What is you need to show and prove that? And right now, what they show and prove is the Knight of Wands with the Page of Pentacles. And under that, the Seven of Swords with the Tower. Okay, so that just doesn't, those cards, that's terrible. Those cards don't look nothing like this. Okay. It's something about the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And I don't even know if the spirit is really willing, because was that the devil card that was under here? Yeah. This is something, it feels like somebody just butthurt that they see you doing it. They wish they could do it. No, and they probably could if they wanted to, but it's something about really having to get it together. You're like really an inspiration. You can be inspiring people, to level up or to make changes, and that's cool beans, but it just feel like people not able to go with you or do it with you. It's like you're going to have to do it for yourself and in your own time and in your own pace and in your own season. Everybody, even if you are married, or whatever with certain people. It's like y'all still changing at your own pace. Period. Oh, we can do all this stuff together, but certain things in somebody else's body is gonna work differently in other people's bodies. Like everybody got their own traumas or their own stuff that they have to work out in their own pace, in their own time, in their own season. I don't even know how to keep going into that, but this is really just one of those things that it just feel like you continue to focus on you doing what you're doing, going in your path and your direction. You know, if it's meant, they'll meet up with you in their time and in their season. I wrote that in a little note years ago on my Instagram, back when IG was like Instagram, right? But this is something I feel like you want to be careful of, because we're not saying the love or the desire or the passion or whatever the interest isn't there. We're not even saying that. But sometimes the interest can be there simply because it's like distance makes the heart grow fonder. And sometimes the interest can be there because it's like, oh, somebody was like, I'm bored. Really? Like, really? Are we responding to that? I hope not, right? Sometimes the interest can be there just for the sake of low hanging fruit, or you're the one that'll respond. I don't even want to say. Please don't be the one that'll respond just for the sake of because those type of things, especially if people aren't willing to do the work or willing to show the effort. Dang, 40 minutes already. This is really one of those things where it's like people who don't have anything to lose are willing to, just jeopardize everything that you already over here working toward. And that's the goal. Because if they can't have it, then neither can you. So that's why it's important that you get around people who have something to lose, or get around people who have what you want, or living the type of lifestyle that you want. And it's unfortunate, but it's look more like what they call it, trauma bonding. Well, not even trauma bonding, but like just when people are shifting and growing apart, and it's like, no, you have to stay here in this, and it's like, no, I don't. All right, let's finish this. Any last messages? The Knight of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, really despondent. Well, I'll say despondent, but discouraged. You know what I'm saying? That you don't want to build, that you don't want to work toward it, that they're whatever maybe they had some type of dream that y'all was gonna whatever, right? It couldn't have been much of a dream if they weren't not working toward it or not preparing, because this Seven of Pentacles right here, to me, the Seven of Pentacles is like potential, and the Knight of Cups at that. At least at this point in the game, if you super serious and you got some skin in the game and y'all been invested, you talking about the Ten of Cups, you talking about, it's like, I'm going to need to see big cards. Anyway, but that's what I'm saying. Anyway, now that you know that, you don't have time for potential. Again, we talking about changing and doing the work. No. Change and do the work for you. Change and do the work for you. Change. Everybody, that's what we're doing. Changing and doing the work for us. Now I'm talking about, now you want to come out. Now the King of Cups. I was just talking about the big cards. Right? But you could be bigger. Right? Because right now you're just telling me you and your feelings and how you feeling. We already seen the Ace of Cups. Okay, cool beans. I don't know. Oh, and I was saying bigger cards, right? The Emperor at least was in my mind. Seven of Pentacles got the Emperor in reverse, because it's like something about people really not built like that. People really not built like that. The Three of Cups in reverse, Four Wands in reverse, and it could be something about like just not really being able to let go of the third parties, all the just all the ties, all the things that people got their hands in. It could be other commitments. It could be other, I won't say relationships, but yeah, other things. Like when I see, not just with the Four of Wands, but with the Three of Cups, it's like other things that people are dealing with. They can't just cut it off. They wish they could, but they can't just cut it off for the sake of. It's like something about people having to see certain things through. And some of the stuff, I ain't gonna lie, you can't just cut certain stuff off. Like some of that stuff with the Four of Wands in reverse to the Three of Cups in reverse, some of that stuff gonna be with you for the next, and I'm not saying it like that, but for the next 18 years and beyond. So what are we really talking about, right? All right. Justice in reverse, Seven of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and that's exactly what it is. There's probably no justice in the situation. Probably just gonna have to leave, with whatever you, it's just like it's not a win-win, right? And people can be or feel some type of way about that. It just is what it is. But the best thing you could do, as we, I think, was it this reading or last one? I can't remember. But with the Seven of Wands, is protect your peace, protecting your whatever you're working on, whatever you have curated and created for yourself, or whatever you're working on at this point in time. If we're going toward the Ten of Cups, at least at the Nine of Pentacles, and that's possibly why they, why they even on your line even still. Like after having doing all the disconnecting, I'm trying to tell you, it's in the cards. It's in the cards, right? Doing all the disconnecting and all the no thank you and all the ooh. You probably had to just, what they call it, when you had to just cut your losses. There you go. Goodness grief. Cut your losses and go about living your life, even if it's in singledom. Okay? It's something about letting them go ahead and do whatever they're doing. You are not concerned, not my circus, not my monkeys, moving right along. And when it's time for you and yours, when it's time for, whatever to come in for you, it will. But in the meantime, in between time, you really have people that want to interrupt your peace, interrupt your happiness, interrupt what you got working on. Because they over here can't get up out of whatever they dealing with. And it's really one of those things where it's like, I was about to say, how did you get away? How did you escape this burning tower? How did you escape? How did you get out? How did you cut the ties, cut the cords? Anytime, not anytime, but whenever I see this, the Ace of Swords like this, I always think about King Arthur, whoever it was that pulled the sword out of the stone. And it was something that was like, it was supposed to, like, you weren't supposed to be able to get it out. You weren't supposed to be able to see the truth, or you weren't supposed to be able to release yourself, but you, by hook or crook, you know what I'm saying? And anyway, keep doing what you're doing. Keep going. Keep going, because I don't know what this Queen of Wands over to the left is how you're being seen and how you're showing up. You could be seen or viewed as a witch, or seen or viewed as somebody who does magic or sorcery or sees into things or speaks certain truths or prophecies or whatever you want to call it. But I think a lot of this stuff, y'all, like, and I'm not going, because I don't know. Everybody's life is different. But I don't think you really got to be all the way tuned in for some of this stuff. You can really just at some point get tired of dealing with people who say one thing but show you another. For people who I know I got okay, let me be quiet. And I'm gonna say this, I personally, and this is where this is going. I personally cut off everybody, and I mean everybody who was expressing all their feelings and all this other stuff and all the feelings, but I saw um, no forward interest or no forward investment. It's like I hear you, but I don't see you doing nothing. And you could have years on the table, you know. And as far as I'm concerned, I just got tired of hearing it. You can hear all the compliments in the world, you can hear all the good things in the world, or whatever, you know. But at some point in time, you get tired of hearing it. It's like what do you say? Put the money where your mouth is, or you're gonna have to show me, okay? And maybe that's just where you are. And in the meantime, in between time, you're just focusing on yourself, and I'm just really getting you're being provided for, you're being taken care of, you're being looked out for. It's like you don't have to deal with these weird situations. You could if you chose to. I would highly suggest you don't. I would highly suggest you allow some of this stuff to just fall off or wean itself off. Continue to do your cord cuttings and your detachments and your, what you call them, detachments, disconnections, detanglements, whatever. You could really do rituals. It's all type of stuff you can do, but I feel like it's big on intentions. I saw this, okay, I'm not even going to tell you about that. That's a whole nother story. It's big on intentions and you following through. You remaining preoccupied with the life that you are building, focusing on building and creating the new. Okay, that is it. That is all before this camera cut off. I don't know how much space I have on this phone, but I'm surprised I was able to record this long. Anyway, hope this resonated. Like, share, subscribe. Listen, I think I'm up now. I wasn't even going to do this video this long. But yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Even if, going through it. Go through it. You would much rather go through it, and I don't say going through it alone, but going through it, on your own and having a single mind, single interest, and know exactly where you're going, and just letting it be however long it takes. So I'm going to get there. I don't care whatever I got to do. I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get exactly what I want. I'm not settling. This is an energy of not settling, whereas people would want you to settle. People would want you to think that this is all you can get, or this is the best you can get. This is the best you can do. And I would implore you to enjoy your peace, enjoy your singledom, get out here, continue to work on yourself, continue to perfect your winner's image, whatever that is for you, right? Get really clear on what it is that you want and working toward becoming a vibrational match for that thing, okay? Matter of fact, let me go ahead and pull 3 cards because I was just about to say it's coming in. I just did a reading before this, and it was like your breakthrough is coming in. It has to. It has to. When you are doing this type of work, it has to. So anyway, 5 of Cups, 5 of Cups and up. Okay. Maybe feeling some type of grief, sorrow, whatever, loss, the things that you have to release and let go of, but recognizing that the 2 of Cups is right behind you. It's like you're literally having to stop facing the past. Them 3 of Cups that spilled was the 3 of Cups that's up here, that's in the reverse. Having to stop facing the stuff that's past, right? 5 of Pentacles is you recovering from being left out in the cold and moving forward and doing all the things building. Could possibly be going back to school or just saving your money or looking at better ways to invest. You got the King of Wands coming over. Right at the end of it, I was really like, your breakthrough is coming in, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, King of Wands on top of the Ten of Wands, which is also on top of this Ten of Cups and the Ace of Wands in reverse, okay? So it's like, by saying no to the things that you don't want, you're opening up space for what you do want to come in. And look at this. I know y'all can't, or maybe you can. This is the Queen of Wands in the upright, and this is the King of Wands in the upright. Okay? And they're right exactly beside each other, facing each other. Somebody, when I say somebody time enough for you, somebody on your page, somebody of a like mind who will understand your witchiness or your creativeness or your eccentricness or whatever you want to call it. Somebody who can like literally, I would say match wits with you, but somebody who's going to do what they say, who's going to show and prove, who's actually going to be about their word, physically, handling business. Anyway, let me leave it alone. I'm done after that, but it's like you're really having to turn your back to all of this. This is what I'm saying. Turn your back. This is what's being focused on right now. Literally having to turn your back to all of this in the past and focusing, turning this way is what got you. If you turn this way to the Two of Cups, this way the King of Wands sitting there. Okay? And this is you over here. And this is how it showed up on the board. All right, y'all. That's it. That's all. Sometimes I just like how it come out like that when it come out like that. That's interesting to me. Funny and stuff like that happen. Anyway, that is it. That is all. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope it resonated. Like, share, subscribe. Help me hurry up and get to 1,000 subscribers. All right. I know I have a tendency of doing long form because this is definitely what you would consider long form, right? But I do want to focus on doing shorter form content and doing some other stuff too. But all of that to just get up engagement and all the things. But in the meantime, in between time, thanks so much for tuning in. And I will catch up with y'all on the next one. If there is anything in particular that you would like to see, let me know. I'm not exactly doing readings because listen, Linda, right here, right now. Ooh. Happy thoughts. I'm just trying to get through the summer. So, yeah. Let me know if there's anything in particular you would like to see. And let's see if I can get it in. Like I said. Whew. All right. I like to shuffle as soon as I'm done because that way, like breaking up the energy. All right. And plus, y'all see me doing it, so you can't say, it's not being done. The Hangman, it's like, okay, I'm done, right? But you are truly, it's like you're inspiring the change. You're inspiring the change, and you got people thinking, you got people, it's stuff that they probably never thought they could do, but it's something about seeing you doing it and seeing the change in you, and they might be in denial. People want to be in denial, whatever. But they cannot deny the fact that you is like the change that they've seen. There's something about with the Hangman. I don't know why I'm getting. You may be waiting for like I said, for the shift and all this other stuff. But with the halo, I don't know whenever I see the halo. Yes, being inspired and being, but being an inspiration to others. And the same spark that's in you is like it's emanating and it's connecting with all those. So it's not like, hey, I'm disconnected and I'm just detaching and I'm leaving people behind. I feel like you're truly never really disconnected. Most of life is just learning the art of how to detach and how to maintain your own core, so that you can continue to go throughout this life, connecting, meeting, and seeing all that you can see. But it's like I don't think we're separate. I don't think we ever leave anyone, but that's just my belief, neither here nor there. But that is it. Well, I mean, listen, are we done yet? Catch up with you on the next one. Peace.